evening, everyone. Welcome to MJ Vlogs once again. And as we get near to the presidential election in America, it's time for polls and polls. So, the map in front of you signifies the safe and the solid states that we have absolutely no doubt about where are they going to be. So, red states for Republicans and blue for the Democrats. Harris and the undecided vice president at the blue party, Trump and his vice presidents JD Vance in the Republican corner. So we have been doing previous videos on the best scenarios for three candidates, RFK Jr., Donald Trump, and Kamala Harris. So this video will be the episode 7 of political polls and opinion polls for the presidential election in America. And today we'll be doing explaining battlegrounds. So currently the toss-up states you can see with 109 crucial electoral votes are the battleground states in these elections. Yes, then it without these 109 electoral votes undecided, Trump and Vance hold 236 electoral votes. Meanwhile, Harris and Vice President hold 193 electoral votes. So let's just dive quickly uh, into the swing states or the battleground states, and we'll be looking at them one by one. Coming to the state of New Mexico with 5 electoral votes. This is one of the state in the central America or in the amongst the Rocky Mountains, which is a democratic state. Last time, Joe Biden carried it by a likely margin. This time, the polls show that Trump would carry it by a tilt margin. In previous videos, I have mentioned this that he'll be carrying this state. So we just quickly look at the state of New Mexico, where the polls reflect where the state is flipping. In New Mexico, you can see Biden versus Trump. Biden is ahead by 7 points. Biden versus Santos, Biden's up by 6 points. And Biden versus Trump, it's Biden up by 8 points. But in last election, we've been seeing that in 2020, the polls in New Mexico showed Donald Biden up by 14 points. That's massive. That's really massive. And if we see New Mexico has been showing some Republican tendencies, and in the previous videos we have been mentioning that New Mexico will be flipping red. So as we don't have enough polls here, I guess I think we'll be pausing it for now. And you can see also that New Mexico is going blue in both of these maps. So yeah, I guess it's going blue. New Mexico is the battleground 5 electoral votes registered for Harris with a very tilt margin. Very tilt margin. Coming on to Arizona, Biden carried it by a specifically 0.3 points. That was this state was the turmoil of the election in 2020, whereby this was the last hope for Trump, I guess. Yeah, and Joe Biden carried it by a very tilt margin, 0.3 points. That's really insane. But it has been clearly red these days, and I guess we'll be going to Trump with a good margin. Like we have been mentioning, this Arizona in the previous videos will be a good Republican state. You can see in Arizona, that's okay, that's up by Biden. Sanders versus Trump. Trump is up by 4 points. Well, yeah, you can see here. Arizona is red, and I guess too that Arizona will be red. Maybe we can have some polls in the battleground states. Arizona, Trump is up by 4.2 points against Harris. You can see Harris up by 2 points in one, and the RCP average shows Trump up by 4 points. So that's likely Republican state will be joining the Republican corner, and Trump advanced at 247. Nevada. This state has been carried by Hillary Clinton. It has been carried by Joe Biden, and it is significantly showing itself as a red state. So this has been very dicey in Nevada, and the polls in Nevada show that they are with Trump at a good margin. We'll be quickly looking at some polls in Nevada. Nevada, Trump is up by 13 points. That's a poll conducted in April 28 to May 9. That's massive. That's massive, literally massive. So against Harris is up by 6 points, 8 points. Clearly red, clearly red. Have some polls in Nevada, yeah. In Nevada, Trump is up by 4 points. Yeah, 4 points. Yeah, Clinton carried the states by 2.4. Biden carried it by 2.4 as well. So repeating the same result Biden did. So yeah, I think it's time for Nevada to turn red. But the polls even say the same. So Nevada will be a likely Republican state. Coming on to Minnesota, the legacy of voting for Democrats will shift? Question mark. So the poll says that it would still stay with Kamala. The support will stay with Kamala. Okay, we don't have any polls here. And in Minnesota, it is going to be. Okay, we have here top battlegrounds. These are the top battlegrounds. If we have some state in Minnesota. In the state of Minnesota, Harris is up by a clear 8 points. She is getting a lot of supports. When she replaced Biden, it wasn't much for her. It was like 2 to 3 points up for her, but it's now 8. In previous videos, if it's still the best case scenario for Trump, I don't think the state of with the legacy of voting for Democrats would still shift. So Harris is carrying it by a likely margin. Coming to Wisconsin, this state has been very dicey as well. Now, Wisconsin, 3 states in a row, Wisconsin is very, very unpredictable at the moment. It's either Kamala Harris for leading in a moment, and then the next moment is Donald Trump leading. So in Wisconsin, you can see some polls here. Yeah, Trump is up by 1 point against Biden, though that's against Biden. We have candidate replaced. Trump up by 1 and 2 points here. So yeah, this is a state where Trump's race is coming very, very, very close. Coming on to Wisconsin. Okay, the last state in the list says Trump up by 0.2 points. That's insane. That's literally insane. But that is not enough for us to categorize into Republican or Democrats. So we'll be leaving the state for a bit. We'll come to it at the end. Michigan. This state showed massive flip when Harris replaced Biden. So currently, both of the candidates are not reaching 270 somehow. Michigan may be the state which decides this all. Michigan. We've been keeping Michigan in uh, Republican wave past videos. It's Bloomberg's this report just that outwitted everybody. Like 11 points up for Harris in such short period of time, where Trump is up by 2, then 1, then tie, and then 11. That's insane. And the RCP average shows us 2 points. Whereas here in Michigan, we the 15 important electoral votes, as they can see, August 2 leader is Harris by 1.7 points. So that's literally insane. So this state is clearly showing tendencies to flip back to the Democratic column and will be a very tilt Democratic state. Coming to Pennsylvania, the race is coming very close. Trump is still leading with 30 electoral votes against Harris's 223. And Pennsylvania, I think if Trump gets Pennsylvania, he's winning the elections. He doesn't need any more state except Pennsylvania. Okay, the assassination attempts surely generate some sympathy vote, but will it be, as much as will it hold more power to overcome Harris's influence in the state? Yeah, the RCP, every poll, be it from any source, shows Trump up by 4 to 2 to 7 to 1 points. And yeah, I think in Pennsylvania, uh, Trump is generating enough sympathy vote for the assassination attempt in Butler. And we can see some quick polls in Pennsylvania. Okay, Harris up by 0.4 points in Pennsylvania. So okay, July 9 to 11 poll conducted shows Trump up by 1 point. I mean, this is his time. This is the time where the assassination attempt took place. So Trump up by 1 point, 2 point, 3 point. Okay, in the whole list, it's only Trump, but it's just two polls that show even. And we can have some poll here also. Okay, yeah, we have. So it's up by 2.7 points. And I do think my personal feelings feel like that this is going to be a likely Republican state. Voila! Trump has won the presidency with the battleground states explained. Coming on to New Hampshire, the state in far east, which was which can consider a swing state just because it's been flipping here and there. In the previous videos, we have been mentioning it in the Republican column for the best case scenario for Trump. At RCP average, it shows Harris up by 5.7 points. In this 538 polls, we have for New Hampshire, yeah. Harris up by 6 to 7 to Biden's 29 and 12. So yeah, Biden was a better candidate in New Hampshire, but Hampshire will be not flipping. Will be not. Hampshire will be not going from Democratic hands. It will be carried by Harris, but with a lean margin. Coming on to Virginia, this is the state with 13 electoral votes at stake, which is a swing state, an important swing state in the east. Looking on to Virginia, here. Okay, there's only one poll which shows Harris up by 5 points. Here, I've been mentioning Virginia and yeah, to Republican. Yeah, I think I do feel my personal feelings here like that. It's time for Virginia to come back home. She's been a good Republican for a long period of time, but yeah, in these recent days, we've been seeing them in the Democratic corner. Okay, every poll says it's Harris or Biden up by 2 to 4 points, and here also, okay, we don't have any poll here. So Virginia, according to the polls, is going is going a lean Democrat state, but my two personal feelings say like it is a lean Republican state. So we'll be leaving it in the toss-up column for now. Coming on to Georgia, uh, it's clearly the recent rally of Harris in Atlanta, I think couldn't generate enough support for her to overcome Trump's 3.6 point lead. So yeah, we don't need to look at any more polls I think further. It's clear Georgia is coming back home after the 2020 election results, which which made Georgia turn into favor of Biden by a very lean 0.3, the same as carried Arizona with. Currently, Trump is leading in Georgia with one. Okay, yeah, you can see it's a lot for Trump. It's clearly a lean Republican state. So these are the battlegrounds explained, and it's two states with 23 electoral votes left to be decided. So if these both go in Trump's favor, it's 311 for him. If these both turn into Harris's favor, it's 250 for her. Well, but this would not affect Trump's presidency. But eventually, that I don't somehow agree with polls in Virginia. And in Wisconsin, it's been very flippy. And I do think it's a lean Republican state. So coming down to Virginia, I want you guys. I'll be putting up a poll in the community section of my YouTube channel. Please poll there in high number so we can help. We can decide where Virginia will be flipping. So that's all for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you enjoyed, click the like button and share it so we can extend the knowledge of the polling in American presidential elections. So at the final, it's Trump and Vance at 298, Trump being the likely president, and Harris and her VP at 227. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it, and keep yourself tuned to the channel. We'll be doing many videos on such topics, and thank you for watching the video.